Alrighty, what is up guys? Aldo here. Wanted to give you a quick and concise Bitcoin Ethereum update. Why it may be time to start looking to short this market, why this rally could be over. And it is the weekend, so things are going to be a little bit riskier now in terms of trading. It's always what I say to new people trading. Best time to sit back, relax, take some time off as normally the weekends. A lot of less trading volume, tougher to trade. Also probably going to be even tougher because it is kind of a holiday weekend. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Things could be different. But we're in kind of that area, the bear market, where you could come down quite a bit more here. And it could happen quickly. Not saying it necessarily will, but it definitely could. So, red dot right here, money flow coming out. As we've been talking, when this goes into the red, confirms in the red on the 2-week, maybe a really good opportunity to start DCAing into the market. Also, some of these time frames that I want to show you is the 10-day yellow X. This confirms the 5 hours. You got lucky with these two yellow X's back here in 2015 because they were basically buy signals as soon as they confirmed. Just came up, and I hope that happens. It would be nice if that happens, but I think it's not going to be as forgiving as it was back here. You know what I mean? I really think it's going to play out more like a yellow X should on a high time frame like this. So yeah, and moving on to your 6-day here. This is a very convincing time frame for the bears. I mean, look at this money flow right here. You were right before your main capitulation phase. You came down another 43% from the top of that candle, and 43% would bring you right to around 10K. So there's that possibility. Not saying it's going to go down that much as market cap gets larger. It may not. You also have Russia. You have, some unexpected things that could happen with the power grid being cut off there. I mean, that's pretty rough. That's one of the things that could absolutely bring all these markets down a lot. So keep that in mind. So yeah, moving on to the 6-day. Now let's look at some of the lower time frames in terms of why it may be a good time to look to short. So your daily is struggling. It's playing choppy in the green. It seems like it's coming back down. Your VWAP seems like it's going to start curving back down here. A little bit more bearish, like you could come down a bit more. Now here, got choppy, but you eventually came down, which could happen in this type of environment. Wouldn't surprise me too much. That's why it's going to be a little risky to trade right now. But, like this, it could be, something of this nature. You come into there, then you come down, or even kind of here. I mean, it gets choppy, though. It does get choppy. They have a good way of getting, liquidating all the shorts here. That was interesting back here. But, we look at other time frames too, not just the daily, but overall, daily would show us more bearish. And now let's look at the 12-hour here. So you have your VWAP curving down in 12-hour. That could be indicative of possible trend reversal. This is going to come down, ready to come deeper into the red here. And your 8-hour. This is where it starts to get more bearish. Split RSI is curving down. Not to say they can't make another leg up and get higher and then curve down again, but you look at previous times, brings you down. Most of the times they curve down here, went up a little bit higher, but this one bounced off, came down. It was very choppy in this October area, but once you get high there, they come down. A lot of times they do bring you down, even when they're, even when they're just this high. So even if it's just like that, you could have a decent drop down to maybe, high 15s, then continue forward. Now, we're seeing kind of the same pattern in the 6-hour especially. And if you look at the 6-hour here, is kind of this area with the split RSIs. This was a little weird how they weren't so open, but I'm trying to think the last time we saw, something of this nature. See that? Started to really came down there. So you could potentially see something like that. You could see a potential 14% drop down. Where would that bring us? We have a technical target right there out of that triangle. Where is 14% down? Ooh, very close to that area. So that's one of the cases to get to that area right there. 4-hour as well. It's not a bearish div, but it's coming down. Making lower lows here, and RSI is kind of split, curving down. You're in the green, but in bear markets, a lot of times you just come back into the red potentially. So that's what we have to look at. Also the hourly right here, some curvature coming down. Blood diamond, they're not that strong in the hourly, but they typically in this type of environment have been giving you some good things here. Look at this. Almost all of them have, except for that one, giving you something here. So could be like that one. You just come right down to those spider lines right there. And that's what we have to look at there. In terms of this, 30-minute, this could be a good potential place to look to go short. This 30-minute crossover into the red right there. And the 15-minute crossover into the red could be a good place to look to go short. Moving on to Ethereum right now. So it's in the same general ballpark. I believe the highest time frame, with the red dot, is the 16-day. That's obviously going to be very bearish. It kind of cancels out that bullish div right there. And then if we look at, kind of the same thing as Bitcoin, it's similar in a lot of ways, same thing as Bitcoin, but in terms of where we are with money flow, you're right before, your kind of last leg down, capitulation, it's 58% down. I'm not saying you're going to go that low, but you absolutely could here. You absolutely could. And that could happen pretty soon. It's like that type of area. We could have some unpredictable event kind of give us a catalyst for that. Maybe Russia, maybe something else. We'll see. And 2-day, this is the main bullish case. So you do have a 2-day bullish div. The thing with these in bear markets, a lot of times, when you cross into you're coming out with money flow, even if you get a bullish div, it still could cancel out there. I don't think we had any exactly back here, but I'm sure if you go way back to the last bear market, you could find one where it didn't work out too well in terms of coming down. Kind of that one gave us, that's actually interesting, all these. Yeah, never mind that. We're going all the way up. But yeah, it didn't even confirm yet. It confirms in 5 hours. Maybe it will confirm. They do, trust me. I've seen it on Bitcoin. The bullish divs in 2-day, they could kind of get canceled out and you could roll over. Especially with, what I'm about to show you on some of these time frames. RSI is kind of split apart, could curve down. There is that possibility to come up a little bit higher here. If these split RSIs would just get higher for another leg up, then you would kind of come down. There is that possibility. That would be based, a lot on the 2-day working out, 2-day bullish div kind of working out there. At the moment, I'm not really seeing it, but yeah, split RSIs coming down the 5 hour, kind of the same thing as Bitcoin. Money flow coming out in the hourly. So it does look like you're going to come down, a bit here. If you lose this spiral line, you're probably going to come down to at least 11.75, these type of areas. And then it'll be probably there is the next point you would look at. 15-minute good place to look to potentially go short here. It's going to be riskier. It is a weekend. If you're less of an experienced trader, probably best to sit out on the weekends. That's what I would always say, because it's weekends are tough for the most part. But yeah, and the last thing on the 2-day, we already came up a little bit, kind of could already have played out. You get a red dot right after, it just curves right down. That could potentially happen here. Not saying it's going to, but it potentially can. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this little update here. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Check out the link to BITGET down below. Really good promo going on right now. Check out my course down below. Discount code Black Friday, 30% off. That's going to be ending pretty soon. So check that out. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.